Okay, hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be going into graphics equalizer part this series. So I'll just recap on what I did while I was off camera. So in the last recording we stopped at our parametric equalizer. So I will just run through the extras I did. So this is basically my hi-hat setup. You can see I increased the low cut because of increasing high frequency, because you really need low cut for your hi-hat. Same as cymbal, snare, not really much different. I just released increase the low cut. The kick was just a basic setup, cut the high, and I increased the low cut a little bit, so it won't be too busy. Like once you input it into the speaker, it won't be too ear popping. You get what I'm saying? Well, my bass guitar, you see, I put it now. I might have increase it, it's too low. Put it on 100 hertz. 100 hertz. So today, sorry, and my low frequency, I put it on vocal equalizer. I will change that because that is not what I wanted to do. I put that at 0.5. As you can see, the low frequency had more area of influence. I just increased it and sorry, I just increased it so that to have a lot more area of influence, and I cut the high frequency. Might as well increase this to like around 2 decibels. So that is all for my bass guitar. My acoustic guitar, I put it on 200 and give it a bit of low frequency and high frequency. Also, you could also change this to a parametric equalizer, but I like it when I shift my high frequency. No particular reasons, just my setup, my rules. So you see, the electric guitar, I actually reduced the low frequency backward and cut the low frequency, low frequency so that it will have this high, like I said in the previous episode. Electric guitar is a high instrument, so I just did it my way. As you can see, I also increased the high frequency to a significant amount. We're going to just put it around 10. Don't you sorry, 10. 10. That's nice. So while my saxophone, these parts I was waiting for. So you can notice I changed all my woodwind to this is supposed to be V. Sorry. I changed it all to vocal equalizer. The main reason for that is because if you can see, let me use this channel 16 to explain. The vocal equalizer, then this is my parametric equalizer. You can see how the area is covered even at 10 decibels. When I came to vocal equalizer, see it had a higher area of influence. Vocal equalizer is basically for voice, so I shouldn't really be using it on instruments, but I just took the initiative to do that because it had more area of influence, and those woodwind, because they could also have issues with blowing it. So as not to stress them, those low keys they are trying to play, they could sound at a significant hearing so that you could hear it. So I just increased all the areas of influences. Like I also explained in the former episode, these are grid lines. That's basically it for the parametric equalizer. So today I'll be doing graphics equalizer. That will round up the equalization explanation of this channel. Maybe in the next episode I'll just go to gates and compressor. Make sure to stay tuned. So I look you do start with my mean. Let me start with my specific. So most sound engineers actually run away from this part or goes to and download it online. So today I will be explaining the graphic equalizer in a way that I think you should understand. So the graphic equalizer is basically used for speakers. You can also put it on your management, your speaker management. That could also serve as a graphic equalizer. So these graphic equalizers, a basic the basic cheat you could use for the analog mixer is basically when you have issues after setting your graphic equalizer, you could use your real-time analyzer or RTA to just pick the particular frequency where you're having issues or and just deal with it. You could either increase it or reduce it just like that. So I will just be doing my graphic equalizer for this particular setup. So I'll start with my sub. So this graphic equalizer, basically what do you want to put on it? Those are what to determine how you move these knobs around here. So let's just lock in and jump right into it. So I've said so plenty times. This sub speaker now, if I want to use a graphic equalizer on it, I first of all have to know what is on it. Normally sub will be my sub instrument will be my bass, my keyboards, my kick. I look it should be all my trombone, sorry, my trombone, trumpet. I'm not really sure about that. No, no, don't put trumpet. Trumpet is not that much of a busy instrument like that. So look at it, we'll just put that, but I won't assign each of the sends. Maybe when I post it and download it, you could like edit it to your liking. Like I said, I'll post it on Mediafire, so you can stay tuned for that. So, or my Discord. So, I'll just copy and paste sub 1 to sub 2. So, when I'm done, my sub speaker, what will I want to put on it? Basically, cutting my dangerous frequencies, starting from 1K25 and 8K. Those two run away from it S tier. So I'll be reducing all these high frequencies because my sub speaker is supposed to be busy. Okay, cutting that too. Reduce this too. I'll reduce this too. Then I'll leave this. I'll look at put it 800. Yes, 800. Look put it at 3. And these other ones, just since these are our low frequencies, like between 200 and 800, look, you can call it between low frequency, then from 1K to 2K, 3K. I can see those are our mid frequencies between, and from 3K to 20K are high frequencies, bro. So those of you who use analog mixers, those of you who use analog mixer and having problem with your graphic equalizer, how do I pick a particular frequencies when it goes off? I do really have much to say for you, but the thing I can you when I have problem like that, I just use my discretion. At you should be able to pick particular frequencies with your normal ear. I don't know if everybody can do that, but there's a particular frequency like the like when you're trying to filter your speaker now and you are swiping your mic in front of the speaker, you pick a particular frequency. It can be like woo or like a very high pitched. You know that this frequency should be around 3K or 4K or 20K. Then you just bring them down, one doing that until you get the perfect frequency where it lands in. So, but for analog users, when they see that frequency, they keep on swiping mic and just use your real time analyzer. If you pick particular frequency where the noise is coming from, then you could just cut it. Like, well, analog is the best. Saves you all the stress. So, so the for my sub speaker, look, you should just push these low frequencies to higher speech, so higher decibel. Just leave all this stuff in zeros. Please, what I said about the analog users, please, very important. You have to be able to pick your frequency with the ear, even for even for digital users. And you're supposed to make it when I start my setup on any graphic equalizer, I make it cut these three particular frequencies. Like for you, these three will just cause your setup should be as if you're one amateur that doesn't know work. So that lucky is it for my source speaker. Like I said before, copy and paste to my second source speaker. That lucky is it for sub. So also the reason why I left these particular frequencies open so that since I'm putting my keyboard on my this is why I didn't completely cut all these high frequencies. Since I'm putting my keyboard and my bass instruments on this speaker, it low-key won't make sense. Like they also have these mid frequencies. So if I completely cut my mid frequency, this might set up one mid frequency and increase my ARV flares for my low and mid frequency. Like look will be in vain. So I just really didn't move my mid frequencies and high mid. That is basically it for the source speakers. Look, you do this top on this video and maybe the remaining I'll do it off camera. Basically told you what it is about graphical. All this equalization, it really isn't that hard, but you mustn't make mistake on it. Very important. My top speaker, I'm putting all my instruments there. So this will be the best. This will be the best one I'll use to explain my graphic equalizer. So as we said this. So you look ish like I said before, you cut your dangerous frequencies. It's then at least oh I don't think I should cut these frequencies anymore. I cut it before because of feedbacks from microphone. So I think I should just cut it. Leave them be. But I can't just push them back because they are dangerous. Just give them a little bit more freedom. And that's lucky. So this one's lucky I said before 12k. Bring them 8k. You get to the low part. 1k 25. 1250 hertz of frequency. So first of all, bring this to doing this my low frequencies a little bit low because I also have high stuff I'm putting here. I'm not bringing them down completely. You should bring this down. This too. So just make my setup too busy. It's also dangerous. Reason why you guys be wondering why these two are dangerous and this one isn't dangerous. This one is very few instruments get to this level of frequency. So it will be hard to be lucky be hard to have issues around here between 16k and 20k. So they are not really that dangerous. For you to have something to get around this frequency, it's possible. It's not rare, but it's not common. So I can't really consider them as low, as dangerous. But I'll put this up a little bit. I can't just cut my lowest frequency. And I look you leave all this at 0. Nope, I won't leave it at 0. Bring it down around 1k. My high frequencies, bring this a little bit high. Around 630 and 500, bring that up to. And look, you will just leave that around here. And put this bring these two frequencies a little bit down because how busy this basic instrument should just lie between 200 and 800. All these other ones will stay my work. But if you also want to dedicate a particular speaker to voices alone and you want voices to be there, I look at it to bring down all these low frequencies. Because to have this reverberating sound like this, so to be awful. Like when I tried it before, it was like it was crazy. It's like this. As if your voice is the kick. Like oh, that kind of sound, you know. So that's basically it for the top speaker. I will look to do these other ones off camera, and maybe in the next video I'll be doing my gate and compressor because polarization it really isn't it, but you can't make mistake with it. That is only Loki stuff. Loki isn't hard like that. So, but it's very sensitive. I like equalization is like sensitive, but it's not really hard. That is basically it for equalization. Also, I know you'll be asking what is this last one? Basically, just like your graphic equalizer, no deep. So basically just like a graphic equalizer. So that is basically it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Thank you. Please make sure to like and subscribe.